Good evening, I'm Prashant. Here's your One World Political Rundown. Fresh, fierce and factual. All the top stories shaping global power today. 1 US global shakeup. Trump's bold moves. The Trump administration continues to redraw global power lines with sweeping actions, withdrawing the US from dozens of international organizations and launching strategic moves across the Western Hemisphere. From oil-rich Venezuela to renewed interest in Greenland, critics at home and abroad are warning this era of assertive diplomacy is reshaping alliances and testing old partnerships. Black Right Arrow European leaders openly criticize Washington's direction, calling it a departure from shared commitments and traditional alliances. 2. India. Political heat ahead of elections. In West Bengal, political tempers are flaring. Mamata Banerjee leads protests against Enforcement Directorate raids on the influential I-PAC political consultancy, calling the action politically motivated just days before assembly polls. The opposition calls it an alarming use of central agencies in election season. 3. Iran in turmoil. Nationwide protests spread. Across Tehran and other cities, widespread demonstrations continue as citizens voice discontent over economic distress and political suppression. Streets have erupted in protests, with escalating confrontations between civilians and authorities. 4. China and US cold lines, geopolitical ripples. Global tensions are widening as diplomatic conflicts and economic rivalry underscore US policy. From sanctions battles to maritime disputes, Russia has labeled recent US maritime actions unlawful, and border policy clashes fuel debate in Washington and beyond. 5. Europe watches and warns. European capitals are ringing alarm bells over rising geopolitical uncertainty. Alliances are being tested, trade deals challenged, and strategic defense discussions taking center stage as Russia warns Western forces in Ukraine are legitimate targets. Political agencies under fire. Opposition slams federal raids ahead of polls in India. US policy backlash. Calls grow in Congress to relimit executive war powers. Global protests. Iran's unrest draws international attention and solidarity. That's your political pearls from across the world. Sharp, short and striking. Stay tuned with One World News, where every story shapes tomorrow.